Ken Kaneki's story first, I'd feel differently. But I read Rudeus' story first. It's the
No,
first.
that's fine, but you have
Wait,
Rudeus number one.
so
I'm
is
saying
it?
you
So,
literally
so you
just
just
described Ken
hold on,
Kaneki's story
is
in
it?
the first season. Now let me get this off, Ty. You just described his whole story in the first season. Him coming from the
Shout out. All right. Let's get to this protagonist not draft, but list. So basically, what we have here is a top 25 protagonist in anime list. Obviously, manga webtoons can be included into that, of course. And I was given the list of everybody here.
Santo committed for real. He said, "I did Carlos."
I averaged out everybody's list to create one consolidated list. Did some math, of course. Did some algebra, of course, and we got a total consolidated list. And just so everybody's on the same page, the second row is Miles's list because I actually also have all of your lists, so I'll be showing that at the same time. This row, I believe, is my list. This is I put a name and it didn't save. Okay, never mind. If you know, you know. The Google sheet just wasn't mess with me. But let's start off. We're gonna go by fives. So start off tied for 25 is Sora and Simone from Gurren Lagann and Sora from Hero no Sora. So this is the first five. There's ties obviously in the main list, and this is some of y'all lists over here. But I'm be honest. The only reason why Sora made the list is because of Ty and Santo. 100% helped that make that list. Gabimaru making the list, of course, for some people's list. Yusuke Urameshi, Spike Spiegel, Free Ren made the list for the top 25.
That's
and
tough. It's tough that I'm glad my dog Gabimaru made it at 25, even if it's at 25.
I was
Gabimaru
man. What I ended up doing, J-Rob, I wrote down all my favorite protagonists and then I try to make it from there. And even then, I still left people off.
I definitely let people off.
I left people off.
I felt like I knew I had Gabimaru on my list. I had him in the late, somewhere in the 20s. I don't know if we're supposed to say which lists are, so I'm gonna leave that for speculation.
No, you can. I was supposed to have a name.
Okay.
So
Yes, I had Gabimaru at 22 because I'm like, there's no way I'm not.
I don't know which one's mine for real.
I'm like, bro, if you read Hell's Paradise, the character development is,
it's amazing.
He's
amazing.
Fire, bro. Yeah, like he's fire. So
yeah, this is J-Rob's list. This is Lani's list.
Is there a way we can freeze the top row so we can see the names?
They will reveal the entire list, so I can't scroll up. Unfortunately,
no. If you could freeze the top, if you freeze the top row, then it'll like. No. I got you. Maybe you want to take it down real quick and then just freeze the top row.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Freeze the top row though. How do I do that?
So, I like that we went with favorites.
You go to
favorites could invite a lot of conversation.
Click the first row, and then I think you go to data. I think it's either data or view. It might say freeze pangs, I think.
Oh,
yo, let's go. I'm rooting for the Kings right now. I'm dead rooting for the Kings.
Stop. That's nasty word right there.
Go Kings. Light the beam.
We good.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. Appreciate you.
God, Draymond. I can't stand.
Yeah, there you go.
I swear to God, I can't.
You know why you hate Draymond?
I don't know. Maybe at 2 of the 3 most important moments of the Golden State dynasty, he's the guy that fucks it up.
Maybe all right.
All right. Hey, there we go. We got names for the list. Now we're all good for there. Well, yeah, that's the first technically 5, but it was a tie for the 25th spot, so that's why Sora and Simone is there. What do we think about the first 5?
Yeah, I forgot Isagi.
I mean, honestly, this shit all good, but I mean, I haven't watched Free Ren. That shit over.
I'm in. Okay, so
I thought Gabimaru would be higher. I'm disappointed in some of y'all.
He's not on my list.
I'm just happy he made it. I'm honestly just happy he made it.
I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm surprised Deku made the list. I didn't put
what?
Wow.
Wait, why?
Don't piss me off.
I didn't
put him on either, but
I didn't put him on my list.
Come on.
Yeah, it was carried by J. Rob.
I think I
ain't gonna lie.
I'm not saying Deku's a bad protagonist, but I could name 25 people.
But hold on, you and Lani have been notorious My Hero haters to be.
No, what do you know? I like Bakugo. I like Todoroki. I just don't like. Deku's really the only character in My Hero.
I don't want to argue. I'm just saying.
No. Let's keep it a stack, J. Rob. I don't like Bakugo.
I've notoriously been the two My Hero haters. That's just all I'm saying. It's just to me, it's not a coincidence that the two people who didn't rank Deku are you two. That's all.
No, I didn't rank them either.
J. Rob.
But you've never really had no reason.
Bakugo would have made my list.
Never had no harsh critiques of My Hero though that I can remember.
No,
I like My Hero.
These two right here though.
J. Rob, I'm just saying I can name 25 people or 25 MCs I would take over him.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Deku's bad at all.
There's not 25 isekai main characters better than Deku. I'm sorry, bro. There's not. Okay?
No, see,
there's not.
It's not that. There was like 25 best characters. Deku would have made the list.
What did I?
Cracking me up today, bro.
Am I on one today? What is going on?
For sure, bro.
Like, I don't even think that many of my guys are isekai at all on my list.
I don't.
We're 25 best MCs.
I'm straight offended right now, for real.
But you are the isekai guru, though.
I am the isekai guy, but I strayed away from isekais. I think I only maybe have like 3 or 4 isekai.
You are the guru. Shout out to isekais. Digimon 2, Adventure 2 coming out with a movie. That Digimon movie. I might have to watch that on here, chat. We might have to watch the Digimon movies together.
Shout out Miles for having Yusei.
Shout out gang. Who's riding motorcycles, kicking ass, taking no questions, taking names. Shout out.
I feel like I'm the only dude who got Senku on the list from Dr. Stone.
I have Senku on my list. You see Senku right here. What?
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Yeah. I apologize, Rodell. I wasn't familiar with your game.
I was thinking about putting that nerd on my shit, but I just couldn't get behind it.
Yo.
All right, well, let's go to the next 5. So 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16. We got 20 with Maka, 19 with Gon, 18 with Rudeus, 17 with Tanjiro, and 16 with Denji. Now, I'm going to be honest. The only reason Rudeus made the list is because of random. The only reason Rudeus.
I fully anticipated.
How does this work though? Like, how is Rudeus at 18? And
how did Rudeus get? What's the algorithm?
Because, like, come on, like, Rodell, what is the algebra that you're talking about right now?
Oh, I'll tell you. So basically, what I did is I had everybody's list. I indicated where they were ranked on everybody's list, and anybody who was not ranked would automatically get a value of 30. So then I would average out everybody's list based off their numbers, and then the blanks would be 30, and everybody was 30. Random had him 1, and Santo had him in the top 10. Time. So that's why he ended up on the list, because he was so high on random.
Hold on, real quick, before you go. Rudeus is my favorite protagonist of all time.
He wasn't on my list.
Rudeus is my favorite protagonist of all time, but I fully anticipated him not making the list of all time. Random, mind you, Lani, everybody. I've read Mushoku Tensei, so I know everything about his character arc. That's why it's the first series from whether it's light novels or anime or manga that's legitimately like inspired me or gave me that where I'm like, I'm watching something great. That's why Rudeus was my favorite of all time. I'll never hide that. And people who want to
number 1,
yes,
of all time,
and nothing else has moved you to that.
It's your favorite, not best. It's your favorite. That's what I'm
saying. He's your favorite MC of all time.
Yes, yes, he is.
Let me turn on Mushoku Tensei on my live. Like, let me keep
I gotta figure out.
God, bro.
Random. I'm being serious because I kept meaning to watch it, but I've been forgetting.
Ty, you're a busy man. I'm not hating. I'm not taking that away from you. You're a busy man.
Yeah, that shocked me. I knew he would be on your list. I thought he might be like in your top 10. I didn't think
it was legitimate between him and Guts. That was the.
Yeah, I assumed Guts would maybe be number 1. I thought
it was like legitimately. I tossed the coin.
10, but number 1 of all time.
A coin toss? Wow.
That's how I did it. Because I'll say this.
Wow, is Rudeus really him?
I really enjoy his character. It's like Miles said it. Rudeus is so, and I'm not trying to glaze, but like you've never seen, at least, especially an Isekai character be examined like this. He's so human. It works. And mind you,
listen, I ain't never wrong with glazing, man.
Damn! To all the Gone Glazers in the Discord, damn, he's at 19. That's crazy.
And I'll say this: if we made like side characters list, and I know you guys, I know you guys think I understand that I hate Bakugo, but I respect him. He would have made my list. Bakugo would have made my top 25 side characters.
I don't know if he would for mine, but we'll make one in the future, so we'll see.
I would have.
Nasty.
You can say whatever you want. I don't like him, but
I'm just being honest. I just don't know if he will be on my list.
Don't be honest next time.
But I'll say this.
only but, man.
I will say this to everybody who watches. My list was the most like diverse because I took from like Kotaro from Kotaro Lives Alone is on my list.
How do you know yours was the most diverse? Huh?
It's definitely the most diverse. You don't
Brian,
watch
there's nothing
like
Gone. Gone is not better than Light. I'm sorry.
Also, Miles, shout out.
We'll see where Light's at.
Tokyo Gang, bro. Top 25 Tokyo Gang.
You only heard of Apothecary Diaries for me.
It's not Kai.
Riddell. That's why Miles on my list.
I knew what Apothecary Diaries before you.
I was talking about Apothecary Diaries.
I don't
way before
but
you
I knew what it was. I was
talking about it. I'm the only one who got Tanya from the Saga of Tanya the Evil on my list.
Like, we all know what Saga of the Evil
my list is the most diverse.
Yo,
congratulations.
I was multiple genres.
It was between
congratulations.
It was between
one dude. Y'all don't even know who he is.
David and Mugen for me.
Y'all don't know who it is on my list too. So what are we talking about?
Same here. Oh, actually, I don't know. But do you? Nah, you guys might know. Well,
David,
you know who
David
should
be an honorary.
Y'all don't know who Taiyo is. Yeah, none of y'all. There we go. We here.
I don't know who. I didn't listen.
So L Flex random. You got proven wrong.
I didn't even hear who he said. I didn't even hear who he said for real.
We all got somebody who we never heard of. So L Flex.
Whatever.
Lana, what were you saying?
No, someone said David from Cyberpunk, but also it's like, it was between him and Mugen, and I literally flipped a coin.
That's actually one I forgot. That's actually a W pick.
He made my list too, and I felt like shit cutting half the people I put on my list. I feel like
there's some people. Miles. I was so close from putting Claire on my list. I was so close.
I really like Claire. That's why she's so high.
I like Claire more. She just didn't make it.
She made my list too. She made my list.
Girl, I love.
We did like
I don't
top
think
50. I dropped that.
I honestly should put her. I would have put her over above Mugen actually, or Lei Louche, because I do love Claire. But
yeah, Claire's great. All right, next is 15 to 11. We got Isagi from Blue Lock, Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen, Rimuru from Slime, Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, and Ichigo from
Kaneki at 12.
Some people didn't have him on their list.
He didn't make my list, Lani. I'm sorry. He didn't make my 25. He definitely
didn't
made
make your 25.
He didn't make my 25.
Your whole list
favorite. It's favorite, not best.
Okay.
It's favorite.
Fraudulent.
Wait. I hate to say that. I hate to ask this, but why do you like Rudeus and don't like Ken Kaneki?
Probably because I read Rudeus' story first.
What does that even mean?
So because you read a story first, you can't.
I just like Rudeus, man.
That's horrible logic.
I'm sorry.
That's the worst logic I ever heard.
I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on a second. I missed it. What happened?
I
asked him why do you like Rudeus but not Ken Kaneki?
I like Rudeus. I think Rudeus is a better character.
He said it's because I read Rudeus' story
first. Let's not sit here and pretend when you read a character does not determine how you feel about it.
That's such a flat. I read it first, so I like this guy better.
Tell you.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't know what to tell you.
You got it.
That's like saying, I like the first girl that said hi to me, even though like a bad bitch that was right behind her.
Kaneki's not a better character than Rudeus. He's just not.
Yes, he is. He's definitely a better character than
Rudeus ain't getting fucking tortured like that.
You don't want to do this with me.
No,
I'll get nasty when it comes to Kaneki.
Not a better character. And this is where we clash, because you've read all of Ken Kaneki's story, but you haven't read all of Rudeus' story.
I'm
the opposite way.
If Rudeus saves God himself, he is not better.
You know, so funny. I'm actually on the episode where he's like In heaven, he's talking to man God.
I don't care if he like
Man,
comes
God.
out of the story and saves my mama from a burning house. He's not better than Kaneki. He's not.
We'll just agree to disagree, Lani.
Oh man. Other than that, I feel like a lot of these base things. Isagi didn't make my list, but he made a lot of y'all's. So
I forgot about Isagi. I would have put Isagi on there if I forgot about him.
I made sure he was one of the 25. Especially right now, he making my Blue Lock squad. The stocks are up on my Blue Lock squad. Him and
that's history. That's history.
I know J-Rob feeling good about his squad, but my squad looking nice too.
Did you see? Did you not read the last chapter? My boy just hit a double revolver on.
Yeah, I haven't read Blue Lock for the last few chapters, but shout out to Slaughter, man.
Blue Lock put in.
Y'all understand that Isagi's about to have a hat trick, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's about to do. That's what he's about to do.
Isagi put in major work right now.
I respect it.
By the way, next Berserk chapter on the 29th. It only took 5 months.
Oh, finally, Jesus.
Finally, on the 29th, Ty.
Nice.
I might read that shit on the channel. I'm so excited.
I mean, scan it first. Make sure it's okay.
Absolutely. But the implications of that next chapter, Ty, are huge.
Bro said scan it first.
No, because it might have a lot of blood. I don't know.
Yeah, you know how it is. They wild and they be wilding.
Yeah. Ichigo making the list. Shout out him. Not surprised.
I haven't seen Bleach, so I kept him off my list. I felt like shit because I thought somebody would attack me for that.
You felt like shit with Ichigo, but not Kaneki?
I haven't seen Ichigo at all.
But you've seen Tokyo Ghoul.
And I still think Rudeus is a better character.
But he's not in your top 25.
He was like 26, 27.
Better character than who?
Ken Kaneki.
Rudeus
and Ken Kaneki, yeah.
You vastly overrate that nigga.
He has him as number one.
I'm gonna really examine this Rudeus character guy. Who is Rudeus when you really peel him back?
What did my boy Cat Williams say?
Yeah,
your allegiance to losers is not like you.
I mean, the funny thing about it is Rudeus is kind of a loser. I mean,
he absolutely is. He absolutely is. But he figures it out.
So how is he better than Kaneki?
Once again, Lani, I will say it again. I like his character better than Ken Kaneki.
I don't see how he doesn't even make the list. That's just
I have a
crazy.
question for you. I have a question, Brad.
Did you see the first season at least?
Yes.
And he didn't make the list?
Yes. He did not make the list.
You saw that little Wayne clip? You know that little Wayne clip said he didn't make the list? We talking about what Eminem make the list? He said shots for nigga Gucci. But
Little Wayne. Yeah.
I have a question for you, Random. What connects you most to Rude if you could pick one thing?
I'll say this, and obviously this goes back to when I first moved over here, moving straight to LA, not knowing English. Like in a lot of ways, that's why a big problem with Bako. But I understand the feeling of being at the lowest and working your way up, because there obviously with a lot of people can say if I didn't do this right, if I didn't do that right, but that's why I'm a big fan of underdogs. I like seeing people work their way because that's what I did. That's what my mom did. I really enjoyed that part. And Rudeus, obviously, I'm never gonna disavow him and what he did before in his past life, but to fully pick himself up from the lowest of the low, literally learning how to get out the house to becoming something that obviously I'm not trying to spoil, becoming something way more than itself. Mushoku Tensei legitimately embodies that second chance at life aspect that all isekai tells, but is not willing to show completely. That's what Mushoku Tensei does.
You just described Ken Kaneki's whole story.
And I'm sorry. Maybe and once again, I'll say this. Lani, I will say this. Maybe if I read Ken Kaneki's story first, I'd feel differently. But I read Rudeus' story first. It's the first.
That's fine. But you have you literally just described Ken Kaneki's story in the first season. Now let me get this off, Ty. You just described his whole story in the first season. Him coming from the bottom, him not having the love of his mother, and then like resenting his mother for it, being a weak human, then becoming a half ghoul, being tortured by Jason, being at the lowest of the low, and then accepting who he is as a person, and then growing from that, becoming a badass, murking Jason, and then becoming a leader of the ghouls. That is the whole first season of Tokyo Ghoul.
And I will still say, and obviously, Lani, you haven't read all the way.
And that's without I still think Rudeus is
a better character. Lani.
Wait, I have a question. This might be help me clarify. Is it this is a piece of
Rudeus was a P word?
Yeah, yeah. But I have a question for you. A serious
Lord
question.
have mercy.
Is there a piece of it that you connect with personally that Rudeus was bullied? And that's like maybe is that the distinction between two? I do agree with Lani. Kaneki does come from the bottom, but do you think it's like that aspect that you just connect?
What's worse, being bullied or being tortured? Because it's not
about which words. It's about what he connects to more. So I'm just asking.
I will connect.
They're in the same category.
Yeah, but it's
bullying big brother. Torture.
They can be different, but yeah, random. Go ahead.
I will answer. It's from being, but like I'll say this again, and obviously I can never describe how my bullying was terrible when I was younger. It was like I was bullied until I figured out I was actually kind of nice at catching a football. That's and my bullying was bad. So of course I understand that. And let's keep it a stack. And obviously Rudeus was a P word in his former life, but Rudeus trying to do the right thing in school legitimately ruined his life. It legitimately did. And he never came out. And we really didn't deserve it. So of course I'm gonna see that. When I'm moving to LA and I got motherfuckers talking about trying to making fun of my last name, making fun of my mama because we Kenyan. And I see and going through the shit that I went through, I'm gonna everybody does this. This isn't special. Everybody likes a character or whatever that just kind of adheres to whatever they felt with personally. Okay. I wasn't good enough at football or gifted enough athletically as J-Rob was. But I know that feeling of picking yourself up by the bootstraps. Legitimately watching people make fun of my accent to the point I wiped it out. Y'all never seen me talk with my family. When I talk to my family, that Kenyan accent come out like it's like a pimple on prom night. So I understand like that.
Pimple on prom night.
And that's why, and I understand it's unfair toward Bakugo because I've met people like Bakugo who didn't change themselves. I met those people. I fought those people at some point. So and mind you, I understand that it's a running joke on this platform for me to hate Bakugo, and I will in a way, but I also acknowledge what he's done. That's why I'm never going to side with Riddell.
But isn't Rudeus kind of a bully too? He's just a redeemed booty.
How is he a bully?
I'm asking. I mean, y'all told me y'all told me his origin story. I mean,
he's really not. He's really not. And this is where I come
really
from.
Connected to his character core wound, because that's just like his core wound, something traumatic that happened to him in his past that informs who he is now, and that in just the story, just to do just a good job of constantly ripping the core and open and then repairing it back, and that's because that does technically, like from a writing standpoint, does connect people more to a character.
I will say this. What it is. Yeah, I will say this. Mushoku Tensei does a great job of showing you what happened, but doesn't show you all the layers of what happened to him, Ty. And you will see more. Like, for instance, a member of Rudeus's family, is, after what happened to him and the fact that he becomes a hikimori, which, by the way, is just people who are neats, who never leave the house. He tries to talk to him, and eventually you see a family member who loves you so much, but eventually they give up. And it's just one of those where, like, maybe if Rudeus had a better family, maybe his parents understood what truly happened to him and tried to support him better than just saying, hey, you'll get over it. You're a man, or all this stuff. And once again, I am talking from a person who has read everything about Mushoku Tensei. So of course I know things that you guys don't know. And I've tried my hardest, but I'm always gonna kind of whether it's match or see that person's character flaws. That's why I love, especially when I read Korean manhwas, I adhere to those guys who've been bullied because I love to see them make their way out.
Can you respond to what Brian said in the comments?
He did not force that girl. If you're saying that, he thought, I'll say this.
Do we
thought that Silky was a guy. He thought that Silky was a guy.
We could have just moved on, bro.
I know you're talking about. Nah, that wasn't that. He is weird, but that's the thing. Wasn't. Yeah.
Like, Rudeus is always going to suffer from that allegation, and it is a big part of his allegation, right? But if you think that's all he is, then I can't talk to you, because if you want to use that argument against Rudeus, it's a slippery slope. It really is. Because then if you tell me what your favorite character was, and if they're somebody who done something unconscionable, like, I'll always bring up Overlord. Y'all love Ainz. He's doing fucked up people to he's doing fucked up things to very innocent people.
I'm right. Hey, so
he really is.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on to our list. I respect how much we talk. I respect Random for this because we talk about Mushoku Tensei a lot on this platform because of Random. So that's pushing the agenda to the T, and I respect it.
And I'm like, y'all, a lot of y'all love your isekais, but all of them took something from Mushoku Tensei, and y'all don't want me to point out what they took. Man, and it's vital. But let me stop.
Digimon clears that.
Let me stop.
All right, let's get to our top 10, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Oh, I see light. Brian, you see light? I see light.
Light, yeah, show me the light. You gotta put Light Yagami on here.
Sure. Brian thought that light is like a terrible. He made it seem like he was a terrible character in the Discord. That Gon clears him. Gon should be top 3.
Gon is one of the most selfish. No, I'm not about to.
We'll get into the Gon.
I couldn't believe.
Do y'all think it's crazy if people think Gon's a better character than Light or something?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy, but I don't think that's crazy.
That Light is. I think Light.
Well, crazy. I guess not, but I don't think. I wouldn't.
I'll fill you in, and because I think Brian was saying that like Gon has like top tier character development. He has the same character development as Luffy and Naruto and Deku. What else? What else did you say, Brian?
They don't have the same development, but they have similar, not similar characterization, but like similar traits, maybe.
Traits. I
don't know.
I'm not responding to anything Brian says without super chat. I told him that.
We'll save the Gon talk, but
we'll save the Gon talk for the slander.
Brian, I'll answer. You've been saying some real shit in here, honestly.
A lot of these are like really good main characters. I mean, nothing's really too surprising. Goku, obviously, in the top 10. Light Yagami, Orphan, Lelouch, Naruto. But yeah, no surprises here, to be honest.
Yeah, I forgot Lelouch. Yo, that's why I can't make a list, bro. I've been forgetting everybody.
Yeah, you didn't have Lelouch would have been higher if it wasn't for you, Ty. I'll be honest.
No, there's so many people I forgot. Like this, like has hard.
But I almost forgot Naruto, bro. I had to like re-put it.
Yeah, I'd say I had to redo my list because I forgot.
I forgot Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto's high on my list. I'll be honest.
I will say this, obviously, real quick, and I want to ask you guys a question. This is something I literally wrote down. Obviously, with what I've seen of Naruto, I stopped basically right before the Gar fight because we're trying to find out a time because I think Miles said you want to watch it with me. Yes. Who else want to watch it? I'm also I read the fight between Sasuke.
Get the Warriors out of here. Send them into retirement. Let's go. My bad.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm also gonna I read the fight between Sasuke and Orochimaru in the Forest of Death. I also want to watch it because y'all mentioned that. Was it crazy that I had Naruto out of my top 25 with what I've seen?
I mean, you just started. So
you just started.
You didn't even get to the tuning exam, so it's like
because I feel like because I sat there a lot thinking about if Naruto should make my list for what I've seen, and I don't think so.
Like, so you thought about Naruto, but you left Ken Kaneki straight off based off your criteria?
I thought about Ken Kaneki. Let me check. Let me make. Yes, he's number 27 on my list. 27.
I think that Naruto becomes one of those. He becomes like he already. I think he's really great because I think Naruto Chapter 1 is one of the best Chapter 1s like of all time. But I think that the ending of part 1 where he fights Sasuke, I think that's where his character is arguably tested the most he's ever been. And I think that the conclusion of that fight and the direction he goes afterwards when he tosses around, I think that's where his character becomes transcended, I think.
Which I don't necessarily disagree with.
From what I've seen, and I mentioned this before, I really love the chakra weaving. And I'm ashamed, and I really don't like that they took that away.
You say you
love that. The chakra weaving. Like, for instance, during the Land of Waves arc, you watch Zabuza and Kakashi chakra weave before they throw water dragon jutsus at
each other. The hand signs?
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah. And I don't like the fact that they're going to stream.
It probably just wasn't practical to keep on doing it.
Facts, honestly.
And they still they still do hand signs.
But I like that.
They still do hand signs, but not
they're just not going to see as many like
Yeah,
you're not gonna see many weaves, but you'll still see the signs, bro.
it's just it's streamlined. You'll see like two signs, three
you're not gonna
signs.
see.
But I like the fact that they did that because it adds like an element of strategy to each fight that I don't.
I mean, there's still strategy in all the fights.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
And a lot of them, yeah. Some of them is just straight who has the better jutsu. But
okay.
No, I think all of them stuff strategy.
I really like because when they did it, I was like, okay, this is a big moment in the fight, and
I think people look at like them being like really powerful is that the strategy goes away. I think strategy remains regardless of how powerful characters are.
So how big do you think strategy is in Naruto's fights?
It
definitely, I feel like
very
it's
important.
Yeah, it varies depending on who's fighting. But
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Still kind of there.
I mean, like, I wouldn't go with. It's not as intricate as something like Jujutsu Kaisen, probably. No. But I do think there's like strategy in all the fights. Like every move has a purpose for the most part. So, but yeah, shout out top 10. Now let's get to our finale, our top 5 favorite protagonists of all time.
I was just about to say, did Isagi not make it? But I see his name.
No, he made it. 15. I had him. I think I had him pretty.
I'm about to say, if Isagi don't make it, y'all bugging out.
No, a lot of y'all had him.
Isagi stocks are up.
I was like, Isagi's the most normal MC that we've probably ever got. Ever.
5, Edward Elric. Shout out Edward Elric.
Excellent.
Number 4, Guts. Of course. Shout out that man Guts. Please. Number 3, Luffy. It's that man.
I'm disrespecting the struggler, bro. Stop disrespecting.
Don't you can't reason.
Oh no, this is number 1.
This is where me and you are simpatico, bro.
They can't reason on
Simpatico.
Simpatico.
What?
I'm getting fucking pissed off, Jay. It's like Deuteronomy. I've heard that nigga say it before, but he refuses to fucking say it right. And I want to fight the nigga. I swear to God. Hey, I renewed my passport, J-Rob. I'll fly up there. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, I'm finna be by you soon, baby. About to be drinking Mai Tais together, brother.
Hey, bro. Don't let me know. Hey,
boy,
just learn how to make them shits too.
Shit. Fuck it. We on the beach with it.
Aaron, number 1, was that pretty much guaranteed? Like,
Brian, he's on my list.
Guaranteed. What?
I mean, Aaron Yeager being number 1 was a lock and key. Either him or Luffy.
I think that was a lock before we did the list.
I think it was going to be him or Luffy. Honestly, I feel like it's going to be any combination of him, Luffy, Thorfinn, Guts, and honestly, that was really it. Aaron, Luffy, or Edward Elric. That was pretty much the only 5 I could think of.
I thought Edward would win I thought Edward would be ranked number 1.
No, Aaron was clearly 1 when I did the.
I got Thorfinn number 3. Ty got him number 3. I ain't gonna lie. Riddell, you got him he's number 6 on your list.
Wow.
Miles didn't have him on the list.
Yeah, I got Thorfinn over Aaron.
I didn't have who? Thorfinn?
Thorfinn. Yeah. Thorfinn, Guts, and Luffy over Aaron.
Finland whack. I'm good.
Huh?
Yo, you annoying him, bro.
Miles.
Bruh. Hey, Ty, he had a whole arc where he wasn't trying to fight and still broke a nigga's jaw the one time he threw a punch. But
if one of the fans would like to pay to force me to consume it, you got it. But I'm not watching that shit on my own.
Hey, Rob, I got $25 for you, bro. I got $25 for you.
Put some money on it right there.
Miles, how much
have you seen? Not a lot, brother.
I'm just asking how many episodes. I just gotta know.
I am still on episode 1, brother.
How you watch episode 1 and you don't watch the rest?
Niggas had a whole
battle over water. And
I'm not engaged. I'm not engaged.
But there was dad boxing in the first episode. They was really
in the first few minutes, but after that,
it took a while for them to get to the fighting. To be honest, like it took a while for them to get to Thor's, and then
I don't feel like you need a bunch of fighting.
Miles, they're going to retirement. 25-41 Kings.
Wow, I don't think you need a bunch of. I don't think you need the fighting or anything like that to get the story progressive. But for even past that, I think that's a great hook. We see this dude fighting in a war, and he looks depressed, and he like that to me was a great hook. Like I thought that was a fire opening. That made me want to be like, yo, why'd he run away from a war? And obviously because he's tired of war and violence in the cycle. Man, he's tripping, man.
That's the one above all in the goddamn
listen, fans,
story,
y'all know what to do, man.
No, Miles right.
Good.
Drop that tape.
Force him. You feel me?